So, Lucy Vinis is endorsing your campaign. Why do you feel like she decided to endorse you today?
Oh, I'm incredibly fortunate to have the support of Mayor Vinis in making this decision to run for mayor of Eugene. And I'm also incredibly fortunate to have had a diversity of community members asking me to consider stepping up for public service over this last many years. And now being the time, I think it's a wonderful opportunity to continue the momentum and the successful efforts that we've had in our community, and also to begin a new chapter and get to work on some of the serious challenges that we're facing.
Do you have some specific new approaches that you plan to take going forward as mayor?
I do have some very specific ideas about the different ways in which we can work in our community, specifically about the different ways in which we can work together. We are going to be talking a lot about the importance of the safety and accessibility of our parks and public spaces. We're going to be talking a lot about the importance of having adequate access to stable and affordable housing. And we're going to be talking a lot about the importance of a thriving local economy. All of those things require significant partnership. They're integrated goals, and the ways in which that I would seek to lead our community would be really focused on that kind of collaborative approach. I think that is how we're going to meet the challenges of the 21st century: housing, climate, economic injustice, and so on.
You've been a key player in assuring affordable housing for people in Eugene and in Oregon. Do you have any specific changes you're going to make as the city is dealing with the homelessness crisis in Eugene?
Well, housing is the foundation of health and opportunity in all communities, and we face a really specific and unique challenge with the housing crisis that we have here locally. We have both not nearly enough housing in terms of just units and homes available for our people here, and we also have a lot of housing that is outside the reach and unaffordable to too many people here. So in thinking about the new approaches that we're going to take, some of that will be building on the work of this past couple of years. Certainly we have strong statewide legislative reform and new actions that have been taken by our leadership in the Oregon legislature and with the governor's declarations around homelessness. But we also have a lot of work to do on the ground in our community to make sure that we are shaping our response to this crisis in a way that fits our needs here.
Okay. Are you supportive of the recent camping ordinance that was passed by City Council?
I think it's really important that as we're looking for solutions to our structural crisis, that we also understand that we have to bring our whole community along in doing that work. And so the access and provision of safe and accessible parks and public spaces is incredibly important to having the ability to address our larger homelessness crisis. I think that the steps that are currently being taken are based on the information that's available and the ideas that are at the table, and I would seek to bring new ideas and new approaches to this work.
Okay. And then you mentioned climate change. Are you willing to revisit the contentious issue of natural gas hookups?
I think our primary issue with climate change is the urgency of this crisis, that locally we are experiencing the impacts of climate change, and there's very specific work that we can do to prepare for, but also mitigate the scale and the scope of those impacts, and in doing so we contribute to a healthier planet overall. When I look at the work that we need to do around climate, what's most important is that we are effective in our policy work. And so I will come back again to this point about the need to work collaboratively and the need to work and develop new partnerships, because what we need most in addressing climate change is meaningful, measurable progress in our policies. And that's what I'm going to be focusing on.
Okay. Do you have any starting message that you want voters to know today as you announce your campaign?
I want for voters in Eugene to know that I really believe in the bright future of this community. I've been here for a long time. My family is here. Our daughters were born here. And I've seen us do extraordinary things. We also have some significant challenges before us, and we need to really engage those challenges directly and with integrity and not be afraid to answer the problems that we define in that work. I think we can do that together, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to helping guide our community in that direction.
Okay.